Morning. Okay, I am coming to you from the chapel, which is my favorite place in Sick Kids. There is hardly ever anybody here. It is quiet and it's beautiful and it's calming. And pro tip, the cleanest bathroom in the entire hospital is here. So I thought, since Millie is doing fairly well and we're having a really quiet weekend, and we're just gonna leave her and let her be settled and see what happens, and we're hoping that Monday they might close her chest, Monday or Tuesday, and then we can work towards extubation and weaning her off her meds. She's gonna need her antibiotics for a long time. She's still got quite an infection, but it seems to be cleaned out of her chest cavity fairly well. So we're just gonna leave her be. And I thought for this video I might give some pro tips on how to stay comfortable in the hospital, how to support your heart warrior, but also as parents what you can do that might make you feel a little better. I'm going to start by telling you about some of the things that I do to try and keep my head in the right space, and so that I am strong and here for Millie. Okay, so the first thing that I really love for myself is Headspace. This is this amazing meditation app, and I just find the voice is so calming and the different packages are really interesting to listen to. There's always new content for me to work through. A psychologist recommended that I try using it when I'm having panic attacks, but also just to help me form some acceptance of the way my life has gone and Millie's illness, and it has helped so much. The only thing I will say is that Headspace is really expensive. They have some free content, but what I've been doing is I do a monthly subscription when I am in the hospital and I really need it, because it's worth the $20 a month. Although recently someone gave me a donation to use towards buying a year subscription, because this has just meant so much to me. The next thing that I do for me is the Elmwood Spa is right by Sick Kids Hospital, and it is absolutely amazing. They have water therapies, so if you go for a service you can spend all day using their pool, hot tubs, just relaxing in a quiet environment. Our medical plan covers massages, so I actually can go for free and spend an entire day trying to feel better and pampering myself if I get a massage done at the Elmwood Spa. And I love swimming, so I just stay in the pool and I swim laps until I feel better and like I'm ready to go back to the hospital and face whatever new challenge Millie's experiencing. The next thing I try to do for myself is exercise and go for runs, and I just love this app, Zombie Run. I find it really motivates me. Basically what it is you go on missions and you're being chased by zombies, and it helps speed you up, and I don't know, makes the experience a little bit more fun. They have awesome training plans, and then they also have like virtual races that you can do and register, and they'll send you prizes if you win races or get better times than other people. Last summer I had myself up to almost a half marathon using this app and training, and it was great. The only thing I caution is that I did start to have nightmares that I was being chased by zombies and had to lay off a little bit. The next product I use is Down Dog, which is another app, and it's for yoga, and it's all free. Basically what this is an app that creates custom yoga workouts for you based on your needs and what's sore, and because you get sore sitting next to a crib, and the amount of time that you have available. The Ronald McDonald House has yoga mats in their gym downstairs, so you can use those if you're at the house. But you also can just do some of these, wherever you find a comfortable, quiet place within the hospital. Unfortunately, we have lots of experience with being in critical care, and it is not the most comfortable environment for a child, especially a toddler or an older child that's more aware of their surroundings. So we've been trying to be creative and find ways to make Millie more comfortable. The first item that Millie always has in the hospital is her Cloud Bee Bunny, which is a soft, really nice toy that projects. It runs on batteries and it projects stars in different colors on the ceiling to make her room feel prettier. So this is Millie's bunny that her Aunt Mary bought for her, and it's really easy. You just click the paw and it lights up and it just makes her feel more comfortable. And they sell these in the gift shop at Sick Kids actually, but they're very expensive. I recommend that if you want to get one for your kid, go over to Marshall's right by Sick Kids. They have them there for like way cheaper. Okay, the next item is Millie's iPad. So at the hospital for sick kids in critical care, they have iPads for all the children to keep them distracted in the cribs. When we got home, Millie was so used to having an iPad in her crib that I had to get her a special case and give her my old iPad. And what we do is before we go to the hospital, we download all kinds of new videos and music for her to listen to and watch, and it keeps her distracted during procedures. The next item is Millie's baby bands. So this is an Australian company and they are amazing. I'm going to do a real shout out to them. So these are Millie's baby bands, and baby bands makes a whole bunch of products to make children more comfortable, but these in particular are noise canceling Bluetooth headphones that hook up to her iPad. So you'll probably notice that in pretty much every picture lately, Millie's wearing her baby bands. We've noticed that they keep her calm, and then she doesn't require as much sedation. Millie loves music, her lullabies. So these have just been absolutely a godsend. When another baby cries, because we're in a ward type environment, Millie's blood pressure goes up. When the alarms go off, her blood pressure goes up. When there are more than one person around her speaking, her blood pressure goes up. So we know that there's things within her environment that are really triggers for her, and we've found that her using her baby bands has made a huge difference. So I bought these on Amazon, and I posted a picture on Instagram of her baby bands, and the company actually saw them and very, very sweetly offered to send Millie a backup pair, because they do need to be charged, that she can wear when these ones are being charged, and offered to get in touch with critical care to see if there was anything that they could do to donate some of these for other families on the unit who may benefit from them. The next item that we've discovered are really great to have when you're in critical care are the Lulu Joe blankets, or really any blanket that is made from that muslin cotton and is really, really thin. This is one of Millie's blankets. We are always in need of these blankets. They get blood on them and stained, and being able to do wash takes a lot of time, and we're not always at the Ronald McDonald House and able to get them clean as quickly as she needs them. But basically, Millie's nurses love these. They use them to make her bed. So she's not laying on the hospital flannel ones, because heart babies sweat a lot, and it's not comfortable. So using these cotton blankets seem to be much better for Millie, and plus they often have fevers, so we were able to make her comfortable without having any kind of thick blanket on her. I highly, highly recommend them. We have always had lots around since Millie was born, and we can always use more. The next item are munch mitts, or little sensory mitts. So here's Millie's little munch mitt. It's Velcro. These are supposed to be for teething, but in critical care, because the kids often get delirious or fighting or intubated, the nurses have to tie them down. They have to be restrained. And Millie was getting bruises and sores on her wrists because she was fighting against the restraint so hard. And whenever she was restrained, she'd be really upset and unsettable. She wanted to roll over and curl up with her arms by her face, and she couldn't. So I bought these. This is a cheaper version of Munch Mitt. I can't remember the name of the product, but I bought these on Amazon. She has two. They wash really great. And the nurses love them. Since we've got them, we can put them on Millie's hands and she doesn't need to be restrained. She can't pull out her breathing tube, and she is like so much more comfortable. I can't even explain the difference between my kid now that she's wearing these versus being restrained. The next company that I really like is Baby Move, and they make these really awesome different shaped pillows for babies. Issues that is very common for heart babies is because they spend so much time in bed, they can get flat heads. Their head's shape can actually change. And it can also be very difficult on their bones to lay in bed for long periods of time because they lose a lot of weight. So you can see that many of them develop bone disease. So they try and combat this by putting them on memory foam within the beds. But what I found is that that's not really comfortable for Millie. It's not what she's used to. So Baby Move and a few other companies, they make these memory foam special pillows in different shapes. So one for under their head that you can use so that they don't get flat head. The other is that you can use around their sides to prop them up, or on their backs, under their legs. So just so that they feel a little bit more comfortable, and also to help prevent some of those awful things that can happen. The next item, which I also bought on Amazon and were really cheap, like $10, and you can get a whole set, are Neotech ice bags. So this is one of Millie's ice bags, and they stretch. They get much bigger. Like this is the larger one, and it covers her whole top of her head when it's filled with ice. And you just put it in the bottom there. The top unscrews, so they're reusable. In the hospital, they are always covering our kids in ice, especially Millie right now because she's combating an infection. But often after heart surgery anyway, the kids can spike fevers and be really warm and have swelling. So they use ice. And usually what the nurses do is they just put the ice in a big, huge plastic bag, put like one of those rough face cloths on their head, and then put the big, huge bag of ice on their head. So I'm sure I have pictures of Millie with that. Millie hates it. It doesn't matter how sedated she is. If they put one of those on her head, she's wiggling down the bed trying to get away from it. So I was trying to find another solution. So I bought her these bags, and what we found is that they actually work, that they don't make her uncomfortable, and they're still very cool to the touch and able to help cool down her fevers. So I highly recommend them. They were very cheap on Amazon, and it's like one of the best things I've ever bought.